Let me continue with what Father Kevin was mentioning yesterday about giving the spiritual exercises to three fellow students in Paris and them being very affected by that. And, as we've said before, the spiritual exercises have a real impact on people's lives. And then, so Ignatius then, and they came to the conclusion that they should do something together later, and that didn't pan out. So Ignatius, I think one of the things he learns about that is that the spiritual exercises, as powerful as they are to bring about conversion in people's lives, might better be held until they have a certain spiritual maturity going on in them. So the other young men that he began to meet with, the students, after this kind of failure, he would hold off on giving them the spiritual exercises. In fact, Francis Xavier was the last of the companions to make the spiritual exercises. And having been prepared and having now had a life that was very intensely spiritual, Francis Xavier made the spiritual exercises probably as few people have ever made them, with such a fervor. And if we can talk about a change in him, but that really was was making more solid what he had changed already. And so Ignatius began to see that the spiritual exercises, as much as they can bring a conversion in people's lives, if it's about somehow coming to form a community, it's probably best if the person shows real dispositions for the faith and has some sort of a preparation to be living in that, the life of faith before they enter the spiritual exercises. And then those exercises will really be able to take full effect in the person's life, and not just an initial conversion, which later on might begin to fade. So this wisdom Ignatius begins to implement in how he begins to form the order of the Jesuits, when eventually he's given the responsibility to do that. For us, what can we say? I think for us, the wisdom that we can pick up on this is that we too need to grow closer and closer to the Lord. And one day, when we get a chance to try to do the spiritual exercises in one form or another, and when we do, we're going to find a life-changing experience. And that's the wisdom of the Autobiography of St. Ignatius for today.